Well, we are back here on Smackdown. This is part 2 of episode 25. Our stream cut out, but here we go. It is the return of the Hardcore Champion main event. Jey Uso is back as Jey Uso set to go one-on-one in an open challenge.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, the Hardcore Champion, main event,
Jey Uso, who is inching closer and closer to becoming the longest reigning Hardcore Champion in Universe Mode history. He won that championship all the way at WrestleMania by beating Wardlow. Of course, the last time we saw Jey Uso, it was at the All In pay-per-view where Jey Uso retained against Mike Santana. Jey Uso looking for some more competition. Title not on the line tonight, but you know whoever faces Jey, and if they beat Jey, could very well be next in line for an opportunity at the championship. Oh, wait a minute. It's Gallus. We haven't seen Gallus in a long time.
representing Gallus from Glasgow, Scotland, weighing in at 248 pounds, Joe Coffey.
Well, it's been a while since we've seen this man, Joe Coffey, making his way to the ring of Gallus fame. Of course, Gallus in their days on NXT dominated. Of course, Joe Coffey, though, going it alone here tonight. You gotta think Joe Coffey stepping up to the plate. It's been a long time since we have seen him here on Universe Mode television. Joe Coffey, if he beats Jey Uso, that could do wonders for his Universe Mode career. Can Joe Coffey get the job done here tonight on SmackDown as he goes one-on-one against the reigning and defending Hardcore Champion main event, Jey Uso? As Mark Coffey now, bringing Jey Uso right onto the rope, and Joe Coffey looking to get momentum in the early stages of this match. Here's the cover by Coffey. Kick out at 2 by main event, Jey Uso. And imagine if Joe Coffey won the match right there that easily. But Jey Uso has been so amazing, so dominant as champion, taking on all comers, underrated talents. Uso wanted to throw shades at The Rock. Remember, The Rock made his Universe Mode return this past Monday night on Raw, attacking the WWE Champion Seth Rollins. Oh, but look at Coffey trying to get some wicked strikes in, and both men trying to get the best of one another. But right now, it is Joe Coffey in control into a clothesline. And Joe Coffey, of course, this is a very big opportunity. You've got to think he's been waiting months and months to get an opportunity like this, to face a champion one-on-one here on SmackDown. Joe Coffey stood in the sidelines, waited for this opportunity, and now he's stepping up to the plate against Jey Uso. But Jey looking to prove why he is the Hardcore Champion. Coffey now retreating to the ropes. Jey throwing the ones up for the bloodline. And Jey Uso knocking Coffey off of the apron. And Coffey now trying to get in the ring, continue this fight. And leg drop there by Uso, and went for the axe handle. Coffey, though, with a bit of a cheap shot. These two men clearly figuring each other out. Oh, very European uppercut by Joe Coffey. I almost said his brother Mark Coffey. And now Joe Coffey trying hard. Of course, we keep mentioning if Joe Coffey manages to beat Jey Uso, definitely would set himself up for a future hardcore title opportunity down the road. Went for a cover, kick out by Uso. But Coffey fired up. Ooh. Shot right at the face of Jey Uso. Uso trying to move out of the way, but... Oh! Amazing move there by Uso. And now a drop kick missed the mark. And you gotta think Uso could be a little bit hurt from all these strikes that he's suffering from Joe. This does not seem like the Jey Uso that everyone knows and loves. Both men face to face. Oh, wait a minute. Great takedown there by Coffey. And could we see an upset here? Discus lariat to Jey Uso. You have got to be kidding me. Coffey for the victory. He got it. Mark Coffey pinned the champion. Jey Uso still the hardcore champion. Oh, wait a minute. That is LA Knight. LA Knight making his way out here. He won the coffin match against Darby Allin. Jey Uso suffering a hell of a defeat. Shocking upset loss against Joe Coffey. But LA Knight wants an opportunity at the championship. You see these two getting in each other's face. LA Knight, of course, he won the coffin match against Darby Allin at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view event. LA Knight saying that that victory has earned him an opportunity. Well, we'll have to wait and see from SmackDown higher-ups if we can make that match official for whenever he wants that match to take place, if he wants this match to take place. But Joe Coffey beating Jey Uso one-on-one tonight, that has got to clearly set up Joe Coffey for a one-on-one championship match in the future. But LA Knight also staking his claim at the Hardcore Championship. We'll have to wait and see what happens in this chaotic situation as SmackDown continues. As we are back here on Smackdown, we'll try to get updates on the Hardcore Championship situation, but here comes the Universe Mode return of Will Ospreay.
Making his way to the ring from London, England, weighing in at 231 pounds, Will Ospreay.
And look who Will Ospreay brought alongside him. Of course, Aussie Open, Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis, the United Empire, has clearly reunited here. Of course, we know Jay White has connections in Bullet Club Gold. Clearly, Will Ospreay bringing Aussie Open out here with him to even the odds. Of course, Will Ospreay, a very accomplished competitor here in Universe Mode, a former World Heavyweight Champion here in Universe Mode, former Royal Rumble winner. Will Ospreay, also a former and first ever actually AEW World Champion in Universe Mode. Will Ospreay's back here on SmackDown, looking to rack up some wins and hopefully climb his way back up the ranks here on SmackDown, as he's going to take on an all too familiar foe in Switchblade, Jay White. Of course, all the times that these two have faced off in AEW here on Universe Mode now find themselves on SmackDown, as Jay White bringing Bullet Club Gold, the Guns, to his corner.
New Zealand, weighing in at 220 pounds, the Switchblade,
Jay White, another former AEW World Champion here in Universe Mode, former Intercontinental Champion as well. Jay White has also been missing on the scene for a little while. Of course, he was the man that the current champion Eric Rowan beat to win the championship. Hopefully Jay White could find himself back up the ranks, and that's exactly what he is looking to do. Jay White returning to SmackDown, and this is going to be very interesting. Will Ospreay versus Jay White. It has been many months, maybe a little over a year, since we have seen these two face off, but we are going to see a rivalry reignited here on SmackDown 25. Ospreay, White, one-on-one yet again. Who could forget All In last year? These two met in the main event for the AEW World Championship, where Jay White retained the championship by countout. And these two, of course, clearly know each other so well. It's going to be very interesting to see who ranks on top all these many months later, all these title reigns later between these two. Jay White appears to be in control in the early going of this matchup. Of course, Jay White, his first title win on WWE was the Intercontinental Championship. Took place at WrestleMania, where he defeated Finn Balor for the belt. But Jay White lost the title a month later at Backlash to Eric Rowan. Will Ospreay, of course, at WrestleMania, he lost the biggest match of his career for the undisputed WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre. Ospreay, oh wait a minute, I believe Mark Davis of Aussie Open removing the turnbuckle pad there. You see there Colton and Austin Gunn, the Guns, former AEW World Tag Team Champions. These guys clearly just looking to find a vertical base. Oh, Jay White chest first into the turnbuckle. Clearly a plan by the United Empire cover. And a kick out. And Will Ospreay, how good must it feel knowing that the United Empire's Aussie Open is now here in Universe Mode. Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis made their debut a couple weeks ago in the SmackDown Tag Team Title #1 Contenders Tournament that was won by the Motor City Machine Guns. And now Jay White into the drift away on Will Ospreay. Can it be enough to put Will away? Almost. Ospreay kicks out at 2. And Jay White, see a little bit of frustration, believing that he was going to get the quick and easy victory. Jay White said, I am always better than Will Ospreay. I have his number. He's accomplished more than me in WWE, yes. But in terms of universe mode, in terms of one-on-one, I've always been superior to Will Ospreay. And he's looking to prove it into the Blade Runner. Blade Runner connects, cover, hook of the leg. Jay White defeats Will Ospreay. Very quick, very easy victory. Well, it appears Jay White's philosophy was correct. Jay White has Will Ospreay's number. Very quick, very easy victory for the former Intercontinental Champion here on Smackdown. And you gotta ask, after that performance by Jay White, is this the end of the road for United Empire versus Bullet Club Gold, or is it just the beginning? What a win for Jay White against Will Ospreay here on Smackdown. We are back here on SmackDown. SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. Oh, what the hell. Well, this is Kairi Sane, the woman that Charlotte Flair beat at Money in the Bank. Well, technically by countout. Charlotte Flair beat Kairi Sane at Money in the Bank by countout, staying the SmackDown Women's Champion. Charlotte Flair was going one-on-one in an open challenge against her old rival, Becky Lynch. Oh, and Becky Lynch going to take advantage of the distraction cover. Oh, and that, could you imagine if Becky Lynch beat Charlotte Flair just like that because of the distraction by Kairi Sane? This is a non-title open challenge. We saw earlier on tonight the hardcore champion Jey Uso losing to Joe Coffey one-on-one. The same fate almost befell Charlotte Flair. And of course, this is the road to SummerSlam, where the championship scenes is very chaotic because everyone wants a big title match on the second biggest pay-per-view of the year, which is SummerSlam. Of course, the many times that Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair faced off against each other back on Monday Night Raw for the Raw Women's Championship. Clearly, Becky Lynch wants a chance, potentially, at the SmackDown Women's title. And of course, Kairi Sane is out here. Clearly, might not be done in her rivalry against Charlotte Flair. Not liking the way that the match took place, at the way things went down at Money in the Bank. But Becky Lynch is in control for the time being. Oh! And maybe there could be a count out right here. Count of 8. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Becky Lynch, what the hell? What the hell is that? Well, it appears Charlotte Flair got a taste of her own medicine. Becky Lynch has beaten Charlotte Flair by countout. What the hell is this? Kairi Sane was out at ringside. Becky Lynch beating Charlotte Flair by countout here in this match. And I don't even know what the hell just happened. Does that mean that Becky Lynch will get a future SmackDown Women's Championship opportunity? Kairi Sane is out at ringside. Clearly she's not done. I don't know what the hell is going to happen here. Very, very weird way things are turning out here on SmackDown. We'll try to get some updates on this situation. Hopefully the situation gets resolved. What a win for Becky Lynch, if you even want to call it that, here on SmackDown. Very, very chaotic way things are turning out here on SmackDown. But speaking of chaos, here comes the walking weapon, Josh Alexander.
Making his way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 240 pounds,
Josh Alexander returning here tonight on SmackDown after the way things went down at Money in the Bank. At Money in the Bank, Josh Alexander teamed up with his former tag team partner in the North, All Ego, Ethan Page, to take on the team of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. However, KO and Sami were able to get the victory. Josh Alexander clearly wanting to take out his frustrations. Trick Williams stepping up to the plate. Josh Alexander looking to go one-on-one with Trick Williams here tonight, hopefully looking to rack up a win or two of his own. Of course, Josh Alexander, not a lot has really gone his way here in his Universe Mode career yet. Josh Alexander hoping maybe this time he could get himself back in the win column. As here comes a man we haven't seen in quite some time. Trick Williams. And you want to talk about Money in the Bank? This guy took part in the first ever Money in the Bank ladder match. Almost won the whole damn thing. Trick Williams is back looking for a fight.
South Carolina, weighing in at 205 pounds, Trick Williams.
Of course, Trick Williams used to be under the guidance of Carmelo Hayes in the early days of Universe Mode. However, after this year's Universe Mode draft, Melo made his way over to Monday Night Raw. Trick Williams finds himself all alone on SmackDown. But Trick Williams, if he beats Josh Alexander here tonight, you got to think that will do wonders for Trick Williams' singles career here in Universe Mode. A lot of people consider him potentially to be the future here on SmackDown. He has all the tools to even be a world champion, but he's going to take on a former TNA world champion in Josh Alexander, a very angry Josh Alexander. And Josh Alexander tried to get some strikes in the early going, but Trick Williams able to get the better of Josh here. And you got to think, a lot of people might be thinking that maybe Josh Alexander hasn't been super successful here in Universe Mode because Josh Alexander likes to use his emotions. He gets cocky. He thinks that his resume outside of Universe Mode could translate here, and he will be a world champion with a snap of a finger, but that is not how things work here. Josh Alexander has lost time and time again since making his way to Universe Mode, and Josh Alexander, his ego is not really accepting that fact. Then Josh Alexander looking to take out any frustration he might have on his opponent Trick Williams here tonight. And of course, think about all the times that Trick Williams has had championship opportunities but has always been humble in defeat. How many times Trick Williams has lost matches in his Universe Mode career? And it looks like Josh Alexander could be favoring a count-out win, could be favoring any ways of victory. But Alexander into an axe handle. Alexander not accepting a count-out here. Clearly wants to get a definitive pinfall victory. Can he get it here tonight? Kick out by Williams. And now Josh with a knee right to the skull. Josh Alexander appears to be comfortable, but however, Alexander cannot get too cocky if he wants any chance of beating Williams here tonight. Now going for the arm. You got to think, what does Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Ethan Page think about this? Oh, wait a minute. Trick going for the Black Widow submission. This was a submission made famous by Antonio Inoki back in the day. And Williams into a clothesline. Here's the cover by Trick on Alexander. Kick out. Of course, SummerSlam is 2 nights this year. 14 matches set to take place. 7 from Raw, 7 from Smackdown. Maybe Alexander looking to rack up some wins and maybe earn himself a match at the biggest party of the summer. Alexander now has Trick Williams. Oh! Try to go for something big. Williams busted open. Williams trying to get out of it. Wait a minute. Alexander into a big belly-to-belly suplex. What the hell? Williams crashed and burned. Can this be enough? Alexander's beaten Williams. What an impressive victory here in this matchup. Josh Alexander. Wait a minute. That's Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle is here. The Olympic gold medalist. Standing face to face with Josh Alexander. You gotta be kidding me. What the hell? This is the same week that Sting and The Rock both made their Universe Mode returns. Kurt Angle has never stepped foot in a Universe Mode ring, and he just came out and stood face to face with the walking weapon Josh Alexander. What the hell could this mean? It looks like Kurt Angle has a bit of a bone to pick with Josh Alexander. This is insane. What the hell does the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle want with the walking weapon? Hopefully we get some answers soon. Kurt Angle is all Universe Mode. Well, that was a wicked thing to see. Kurt Angle coming out here on SmackDown, but the show must go on as here comes Andrade here tonight.
Making his way to the ring from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 210 pounds,
Of course, Andrade El Idolo, we haven't seen a whole lot from him in recent weeks, but the last time we've really seen Andrade, he's entered a little bit of a rivalry with Dragon Lee. The two have already had 2 matches together. These two used to be teammates, used to be brothers. Of course, Andrade with a win, Dragon Lee with a win. Now it is the third and final stop in these two's rivalry. Whoever wins will get a future Intercontinental Championship opportunity down the road, as Andrade looking to finally get an Intercontinental Championship match. Think about last year. It was Andrade who was the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. He went one-on-one against Xavier Woods. Andrade failed to win the IC strap. Andrade could be looking to go full circle and do it this year, but there's only one obstacle in his path.
from Tala, Jalisco, Mexico, weighing in at 165 pounds.
Of course, Dragon Lee has had one hell of a comeback here on Universe Mode. He's spent months on the shelf. Ever since he returned, not only does he have a pinfall victory over Andrade, but he managed to qualify for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Dragon Lee, of course, failed to become Mr. Money in the Bank, but Dragon Lee could be one step closer to potentially calling himself Intercontinental Champion. Of course, Mark Briscoe was the man who became Mr. Money in the Bank. We have been told he is not here tonight. He is over in his hometown celebrating, but Dragon Lee could be celebrating by the end of the night as well, as he could be the next #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. So here we go, the third and potentially final meeting between these two men, Andrade and Dragon Lee, who is getting a future Intercontinental Championship opportunity. We find out right now. And Dragon Lee starting off the match strong. Of course, Andrade, he got his win by countout. Dragon Lee actually has a pinfall victory over Andrade. Oh, and he could do it again now. Cover. And Andrade with a kick out. Andrade does not want another loss. Dragon Lee has been so impressive ever since returning to Universe Mode. Absolute banger matches every time he steps foot in between the ropes. But Andrade, you gotta say, maybe a little bit jealous. Andrade tried qualifying for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, failed. Oh, split-legged moonsault by Andrade. But you can't deny, you could question the finishes of the matches, but every time these two step foot in the ring, it's always very impressive to see. As Dragon Lee retreats outside the ring, Andrade, oh, crashed and burned on the outside, wanted a high-risk maneuver. Dragon Lee able to move out of the way. And you got to think, yes, Dragon Lee does not want a count-out finish. Oh, but a big boot by Andrade. Went for the moonsault. Dragon Lee with the knees up. Very fast-paced start to this third matchup, but much higher stakes this time. So you got to think both competitors have to bring their A game. Dragon Lee, big super kick. Can it be Dragon Lee who wins in this rivalry? Another suplex to Andrade. These two men know each other so well. Moonsault by Lee, going for the cover, and a kick out by Andrade. Andrade, a bit of a change of attitude in recent months. Dragon Lee now into a splash. Dragon Lee has been referred to by Rey Mysterio himself as the future of Lucha Libre. Oh, Dragon Lee removing the knee pad. Could be it. And here comes Andrade. Look at Andrade go. Andrade Alidolo fired up. Dragon Lee trying to get back to his feet. Andrade now. Oh, into an elbow. Very signature move by Andrade. Cover, hook of the leg, and a kick out. Dragon Lee able to quickly recover. Now has Andrade busted open. And now Lee rolls him up. And now it's Andrade escaping to the outside. And Dragon Lee trying to rile up the WWE Universe. Tope Suicida to the outside. And Dragon Lee telling Andrade, get up. Get up, we're not doing this again. Oh, going for the knee. Very good strategy by Dragon Lee in case Andrade attempts a moonsault of some kind. Count of 4 by the referee. Dragon Lee taking his time. That could cost him though, so I question the antics, the knee. The big knockout knee, that was why he was taking his time. And no, Andrade kicks out. That was almost it for Dragon Lee. But Dragon does not want to waste this opportunity. Takedown. This could be a cover. Hug of the leg. No, again, you've got to be kidding me. You see a little bit of frustration setting in. Fight forever. Dragon Lee knows he's going to have to kill Andrade if he wants an Intercontinental Championship shot. Andrade now into the hammerlock DDT. Can Andrade get a title shot? No. What a match between these two men. Now it's Andrade in control. Has Dragon Lee up into the Phantom Driver. And now a splash as well. And Dragon Lee retreating to the apron. And now Andrade knocking Dragon Lee off. To think Dragon Lee's so recent in his Universal career, he's already a pay-per-view main eventer. And that's got to eat away at Andrade. Andrade, who's been dreaming of fame, fortune, success. He hasn't had any success really in his Universal career. Andrade could be one step closer to finally once again being back in championship contention. All he has to do is beat his former protege, Dragon Lee, here tonight. And now what does Andrade have planned? Has Dragon Lee by the arm. Oh, what an impressive move there. As Dragon Lee retreating to the ropes. Oh, but Dragon Lee pouring Andrade right in the outside. As these guys once again... both men thinking very unique moves, but neither man able to connect Andrade with a suplex. What a match between these two men. Who is getting a future Intercontinental Championship opportunity down the road? You got to think Eric Rowan has to be watching this match very, very closely. Count of 4. Dragon Lee able to break free from the grip. And now Lee throwing Andrade. Dragon now back inside the ring. LWO. That was the group that was formally formed between these two. And Dragon Lee with the strikes, cover, and another kick out by Andrade, and now Dragon Lee is pissed. He knows he needs to hit this. What a move! The third time in the match, cover, hook of the leg. Dragon Lee is the #1 contender.
Here is your winner,
What a victory for Dragon Lee here on SmackDown. He will receive a future Intercontinental Championship match down the road. And can we be looking at the next Intercontinental Champion in Universe Mode? Dragon Lee. What a win for Dragon Lee here tonight on SmackDown, episode 25. As we are back here on SmackDown, it is our co-main event of the evening. As here comes Lyra Valkyria once again stepping foot inside the ring here on SmackDown. Lyra Valkyria, ever so impressive ever since bursting on the scene. Lyra Valkyria looking to rise up the ranks here in the SmackDown Women's Division. We saw earlier tonight how chaotic it was in the situation between Becky Lynch, Kairi Sane, and Charlotte Flair. However, Lyra Valkyria looking to get the win over her opponent tonight, Michin, and looking to maybe someday get a SmackDown Women's title shot of her own. The Irish woman stepping foot in the ring, always looking for a fight, same as her opponent, the HBIC, Michin Mia Yim.
Representing the OC from Montana, California,
Michin making her way to the ring, formerly a part of the OC, now finds herself on her own here on the Blue brand since coming out from Monday Night Raw. And Michin, ever since coming here on SmackDown, has had a lot more opportunities to compete and show her worth here on Universe Mode. Can Michin maybe defeat Lyra Valkyria and maybe get herself in possible championship contention? As here we go, our co-main event, Lyra Valkyria one-on-one against Michin MrWillym. And Michin to start off with the code blue. And now, punch right to the face of Valkyria. And Lyra Valkyria, only a handful of matches in her Universe Mode career, but same as Michin. These two very evenly ranked here on the blue brand. Clearly, only one of them can get the victory. Ooh, what the hell is this? Ooh, very impressive athleticism there by Valkyria. And Lyra Valkyria is clearly shown what she is made of. Very good pickup by Will Ferris. Here's the cover. And a kick out by Michin. Of course, it's going to take a lot more than that to put MrWillym away here tonight. Oh, Lyra went for the elbow. Michin able to move out of the way, but whoa, again. Lyra Valkyria showing her worth. Lyra Valkyria heading to the outside, but now Michin, into a nice suplex. Also, this just in regarding Monday Night Raw. It will be for the Raw Tag Team Championships in a ladder match. Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli of the Blackpool Combat Club will take on the Young Bucks. That is going to be a wicked episode. The second episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. As count of 6 by the referee, both women need to get back inside the ring. Count of 7 by the official. As Lyra Valkyria make her way back inside the ring, but what a tornado DDT by Michin out of nowhere. Can this be enough for the win? Kick out. What a DDT by Michin. And now a drop kick right at the back of Valkyria. And Lyra now crawling to the corner. But Michin has her right where she wants her, shot right in the corner. And now Michin into the splash. Here is the cover for the victory. Kick out by Valkyria again. Moonsault fails to hit the mark. And Lyra, look at her go. Drop kick. Lyra Valkyria is rolling. Going for the cover for the win. Here tonight, kick out at 2. And coming up next, it is our main event. The winner will face Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. Swerve Strickland or Samoa Joe. Who will it be? We will find out next. But right now, Lyra Valkyria finding her base against Michin MrWillym. Wicked clothesline by Lyra. Great elbow there. And think about what we've seen this past week. The return of Sting. The Rock attacking Seth Rollins. Earlier tonight, Kurt Angle making his Universe Mode debut. The Olympic gold medalist, wrestling legend, confronting Josh Alexander earlier on tonight. And now Valkyria again. And what about Dragon Lee also earning himself a future Intercontinental Championship opportunity? Lyra Valkyria into a nice scoop slam. Just goes to show how wicked the road to SummerSlam can be. How chaotic things can be. Frog splash by Valkyria. Can this be enough for the win? There we go. Lyra Valkyria with the win. What the hell? Wait a minute. That's Blair Davenport. Blair Davenport is here. Lyra Valkyria's celebration being interrupted. What the hell does Blair Davenport want? I don't know what the hell is going on here. Lyra Valkyria defeating Michin in our co-main event, but Blair Davenport coming out to the stage confronting Lyra Valkyria. I don't know what the hell Blair Davenport wants, but I don't think the intentions are very good. Well, hopefully we find out what it is, what the issue is between these two competitors sooner rather than later, as SmackDown continues after this. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a very chaotic episode of SmackDown, but it is time for our main event of the evening, as here comes Swerve Strickland.
From Tacoma, Washington, weighing in at 233 pounds, Rick
Swerve Strickland, former AEW International Champion here in Universe Mode, two-time 24/7 champion. However, ever since coming over to SmackDown, Swerve Strickland has been picking up some very dominant wins and impressing crowds throughout. Swerve Strickland clearly at the peak of his Universe Mode career, and Swerve Strickland could be one win away from earning himself a WWE World Heavyweight Championship match and the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam. All he has to do to earn it is beat Samoa Joe here tonight on SmackDown. You can see the confidence oozing off the face of Swerve Strickland. Can he get the job done here tonight, or will the #1 contendership go to the Samoan submission machine?
Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 282 pounds,
Samoa Joe has been very dominant here in Season 2, but more predominantly here tonight on SmackDown. Samoa Joe has yet to be a champion in his Universe Mode career. Last year at SummerSlam, he took part in a fatal four-way match for the United States Championship. Now, Samoa Joe could be at the top of the mountain and get a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. Here we go. Our main event of SmackDown. Who will face Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship? Swerve Strickland or Samoa Joe? We find out right now. And of course, this is a very big opportunity for both wrestlers here, because neither one has had a world championship opportunity in their careers. This is huge for these two men, because that just goes to show that they have impressed very recently, and one will get a shot at the Tribal Chief. Swerve Strickland appears to be in control for the time being right now. Swerve Strickland used to be a part of the group known as Hit Row. And that just goes to show how much he's evolved since then. Moonsault on Samoa Joe. Here's the cover by Strickland. Oh, and that was almost it right there. Imagine if Swerve got the victory that quick. That would just go to show that Swerve deserves to have a shot to be world champ. And now Samoa Joe on the apron. Oh, Swerve tried to hit him, didn't really get it. Now he's got him. And now knocks Joe off the apron. And don't forget, earlier on in Season 2, Samoa Joe was aligning with The Rock, Roman Reigns' arch nemesis and his cousin. Samoa Joe could be looking to reignite that rivalry with Roman Reigns, this time for the world title. Joe in the last symphony. Early on in the match, cover to go to SummerSlam, kick out by Swerve. And of course, these two, a lot of history as well in their time in AEW. Fight forever chants by the fans in attendance. This fight just got started as Joe now on the top. Into an elbow drop on Swerve, and you could see the pain on the face of Mr. Swerve Strickland. Here comes Samoa Joe into a senton. Samoa Joe is such a mean fighting machine. Can come at you from anywhere. One of the greatest professional wrestlers on the planet, heavily regarded as one of the greatest of all time. And Samoa Joe, great strikes into the corner. And now it's Swerve retreating to the apron. Oh, Swerve though with a shot. Now back inside the ring. Oh, wait a minute. Joe with a shot from behind. These two men know the stakes. Reverse DDT by Swerve. Very impressive move. Now a leg drop there by Swerve. This could be the biggest opportunity in Swerve's career. Going for the house call. Here is the cover to get a shot at the world title and a kick out. Almost did it for Mr. Swerve Strickland. Shot. And now Swerve gonna bring Joe to the outside. Oh, back first into the apron. The hardest part of the ring there. Samoa Joe shoving Strickland away. Oh, bringing him gut first into the steel steps. Samoa Joe has waited ever since the beginning of Universe Mode for an opportunity like this. He doesn't want to let someone like Swerve Strickland take that opportunity away from him. Oh, big knee there by Strickland. Oh, went for the moonsault. Samoa Joe was getting back to his feet, moved out of the way. Sheer luck on the part of the Samoan submission machine. Now a shot, and Samoa Joe is rolling. Here we go. God. Can this be enough for Samoa Joe to get the win and a kick out by Swerve Strickland? Samoa Joe thinking, what do I have to do? Oh! Shot by Swerve. DDT connects. Swerve going for another cover for the win. Kick out. And you could see the frustration coming off the face of Swerve. But if he hits the Swerve stomp, it could all be over. Crossbody. Taking Joe down for the moment. Now Swerve getting back to the top. The Swerve stomp. Can this be enough for the win. Swerve Strickland is going to SummerSlam. Swerve Strickland is the #1 contender. Swerve Strickland with the biggest opportunity of his life. You could see him pointing at his waist. Swerve Strickland is the #1 contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It will be a true Cinderella story as Swerve Strickland has an opportunity to take the World Heavyweight Championship from Roman Reigns. SummerSlam is 2 nights. Can we potentially see Swerve Strickland as the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion? What a win for Swerve Strickland, as that will have to conclude our 25th episode of Smackdown here on Universe Mode. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on so that way you never miss an upload. And until next time, this has been your boy Willie Does Wrestling. I will see you in the next video. Be good people, and peace.